swept by the Cardinals, but they also just got swept by the Mets, as that is now 8 straight losses for the Pirates. They have fully fallen out of contention pretty much, as they're going to be sellers at the deadline. If they intend to sell anyone, I believe they're like 9 back or something like that, 9 or 10 back. But anyways, not good for them. Actually, I think they're like 7 back, 7 or 8. They'll face the Reds in their next 3 games, and then they'll actually host New York for a 3-game series starting next Friday. So it's not going to get much easier because the Reds will be able to play them well. I think the Reds, we'll get into that next, but I think the Reds are coming off a series win. I think they lost today. I think they got killed today. But anyways, the Reds at this point are a better team than Pittsburgh, losing 8 straight. And then having to host a team that just swept you, especially then the next game is you have to host Milwaukee. Although they've been pretty good against Milwaukee this year, actually. Anyways, let's get into the last part of today's show. That's going to be the Cincinnati Reds, their last week in review. And they hosted in this last series the Colorado Rockies. And I actually was right. My initial thought, they won. They got killed on Friday, 12-2. That's what I was reading when I was going through the game recaps. I was back on Friday when I saw that, not today. They actually won yesterday 3-1, and they won again today 3-2. And they also beat the Brewers Monday through Wednesday of this last week. They won the first 2 before the Brewers won 5-4 in a comeback victory. I remember that last Wednesday as they avoided the sweep against Cincinnati. But since he's been pretty good as of late, 4-2 in their last 6. And 5-3 in their last 8. They'll face the Pirates, like I mentioned, and then they'll have to go out on the road for a 4-game weekend series. That's going to be a tough one in Atlanta. Then they'll host the Angels for another weird 2-game series, an interleague matchup against the Angels. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, before hosting the Cubs for a 4-game set. I feel like that's probably our last series at Great American Ballpark. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me here on the Ivy Podcast for the 27th episode. Once again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I think this podcast was probably one of my better ones, just because with how many things have been moving, changing pieces for this team, storylines the last week or two. A lot has changed in the NL Central and the Cubs landscape. And I think it's important to note those things. So anyways, thank you for joining me here on July 28th for the 27th episode of The Ivy. I hope you guys see me next week on August 4th. That'll be the 28th episode as we have this next series versus the Cardinals before weekend series against Milwaukee, who we just faced. So revenge is on the mind. And anyways, guys, thanks again. And as always, go Cubs go.